A blizzard in a quiet Boston suburb, a police officer found dead in the snow, and his girlfriend, Karen Reed, accused of his murder. This is the story that has captivated the nation, a case filled with more twists and turns than a Hollywood thriller. Was it a tragic accident fueled by alcohol, or a cold-blooded murder followed by a massive cover-up? Today, we are diving deep into the Karen Reed trial, examining the evidence, the accusations, and the competing narratives that have left everyone asking, what really happened to John O'Keefe? On January 29, 2022, the town of Canton, Massachusetts, woke up to a horrifying scene. Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found unresponsive in the snow outside the home of a fellow officer, Brian Albert. He was later pronounced dead from hypothermia and severe head injuries. The prime suspect? His girlfriend, Karen Reed, who had been with him earlier that night. The prosecution's story seems straightforward. They allege that after a night of drinking, Reed and O'Keefe got into a heated argument. As O'Keefe got out of her SUV, prosecutors claim Reed, in a drunken rage, backed her vehicle into him, striking him with her taillight, and then drove away, leaving him to die in the freezing blizzard. The evidence they point to seems compelling. Pieces of a broken taillight were found at the scene, matching the damage on Reed's black Lexus SUV. O'Keefe's DNA was allegedly found on the broken taillight pieces. Investigators also found a single hair on the back of Reed's vehicle. Furthermore, a search of Reed's phone revealed a chilling Google search made at 6:23 a.m., hours after O'Keefe's death. How long to die in cold? Her blood alcohol content was also reportedly well over the legal limit hours after she was last seen with O'Keefe. To the prosecution, it's a clear-cut case of vehicular homicide. But Karen Reed and her defense team paint a vastly different picture. They argue that she is the victim of an elaborate frame-up designed to protect the real culprits. Their theory is explosive. They claim John O'Keefe wasn't killed by a car, but was actually beaten inside Brian Albert's house, dragged outside, and left to die in the snow. So, what's their evidence? The defense points to a series of inconsistencies and what they call a sloppy investigation. First, the injuries. Reed's lawyers argue that O'Keefe's injuries, including scratches on his arms that look like they came from a dog, are inconsistent with a car strike. They suggest he was attacked inside the home, possibly by Albert's German Shepherd, and then assaulted by several people present at the after-party. Then there's the timeline. Reed claims she dropped O'Keefe off at the house around 12:45 a.m. She says he went inside, and when he didn't come home, she grew worried. She called and texted him repeatedly throughout the night. In the early morning, frantic, she asked two friends to help her search for him. It was Reed herself, along with her friends, who discovered O'Keefe's body in the snow. Her defense asks, if she had killed him and left him there, why would she lead a search party right back to the scene of the crime? This case has also become a battle of digital forensics. The defense's most shocking claim revolves around a Google search made by Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert's sister-in-law, who was at the house party. Reed's defense team hired a forensic expert who testified that data from McCabe's phone shows she searched hers long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. Hours before O'Keefe's body was discovered, and even before Karen Reed made her similar search. This, they argue, is the smoking gun, proving that people inside the house knew O'Keefe was dying outside long before anyone else did. The prosecution has fiercely contested this claim, arguing the data was misinterpreted and that McCabe made the search only after the body was found, at Reed's own panicked request. The lead investigator on the case, Massachusetts State Trooper Michael Proctor, has also come under intense scrutiny. The defense has accused him of having personal connections to the Albert family and of planting evidence to frame Reed. They pointed to text messages where Proctor made derogatory comments about Reed, calling her names and joking about her medical condition. He also admitted he failed to secure the scene properly and didn't initially investigate anyone inside the Albert home. This has fueled the defense's narrative of a biased investigation and a massive cover-up by law enforcement to protect one of their own. The public has been just as divided as the courtroom. Online, an army of amateur sleuths and supporters of the Free Karen Reed movement have rallied behind her. They've organized protests, analyzed every piece of evidence, and promoted the cover-up theory. Bloggers and YouTubers have dedicated countless hours to dissecting witness testimony and police reports, creating a media frenzy around the case. This unprecedented level of public involvement has added another layer of complexity, turning the trial into a cultural phenomenon. On the other side, many believe the evidence against Reed is overwhelming and that the cover-up theory is nothing more than a desperate, well-funded distraction from the truth. As the trial progresses, more and more details emerge, each one clouding the picture further. Witnesses have given conflicting testimonies. Friends who were once close are now pitted against each other. For example, Kerry Roberts, one of the friends who helped Red search for O'Keefe, testified that Reed had said, I hit him in a moment of panic. However, on cross-examination, the defense highlighted that Roberts didn't mention this alleged confession in her initial police interviews. We also have the issue of the 3-foot-long metal pipe found near O'Keefe's body by a snowplow driver a day later. The prosecution dismissed it as irrelevant debris. The defense, however, suggests it could have been a weapon used in the attack on O'Keefe. What about the cocktail glass? Paramedics testified about finding a broken cocktail glass near O'Keefe's body, but it was never collected as evidence and seemingly disappeared. The defense argues this glass could have come from inside the house party. So, where do we stand now? The prosecution maintains that Karen Read, intoxicated and angry, made a fatal decision that night. They argue the physical evidence, the broken taillight, the DNA, the hair, all point directly to her. They portray the defense's cover-up theory as a wild and unsubstantiated conspiracy designed to confuse the jury and deflect blame from a guilty woman. The defense, on the other hand, insists that the investigation was tainted from the very beginning. They argue that law enforcement ignored obvious signs of a struggle and failed to investigate the people inside the house, who they believe are the real perpetrators. They contend that the evidence against Red was either planted or misinterpreted, and that she is being scapegoated to protect powerful and connected individuals. This case is about more than just one man's death. It raises serious questions about the integrity of our justice system, the power of public opinion, and the very nature of truth itself. Is Karen Read a scorned lover who committed a heinous crime? Or is she an innocent woman caught in the crosshairs of a conspiracy far bigger than herself? As the jury deliberates, the world watches. Two narratives, two versions of reality, hang in the balance. One leads to a conviction for murder, the other to an acquittal and the unsettling question of who really killed John O'Keefe. Whatever the verdict, the echoes of this trial will be felt for years to come, a chilling reminder of that snowy night in Canton and the lives it shattered. What do you think? Is this a straightforward case of vehicular homicide, or is there a deeper, more sinister story at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this deep dive interesting, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'll be sure to update you as soon as a verdict is reached. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.